If you still think you can't make a professional-looking animation just because you don't have any drawing talent, then you're about to get blown away. I started with a literal stick figure and ended up with a full cartoon of my whole day on screen. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I built it, including the trick that makes it loop forever with no obvious start or end. And the very first step is what decides whether this looks like a real cartoon or just random AI junk. And it isn't drawing or even animating. Because if you jump straight into a video generator and type, "make a cartoon of my day," you'll get a mess that never lines up into an actual story. So before I touch any of that, I write the whole animation out as a plan first. The way I do that is I open any LLM, Gemini or Claude or ChatGPT, whatever you have, and I paste in one master prompt with a simple description of what I want. That master prompt is the important part because it forces the AI to hand me back a real structure instead of a vague summary. My description is just me spending a full day in my bedroom, asleep at night, then waking up, working on some random project, then winding down and going back to sleep, and the whole thing loops. And a few seconds later, it gives me back the entire animation split into exactly 5 scenes, each one with the exact starting pose, the ending pose, the motion, and the time of day. And the reason it nails down an exact start and end pose for every scene is that those poses are exactly what I build as images next. So the plan already tells me every picture I need to make, and it even sorts the loop out for me because scene 5 ends asleep in the exact spot scene 1 starts in, so the ending connects straight back into the start. So before I've made a single image, the entire animation already exists, written out start to finish, but a plan is just words, and it all falls apart the second my character stops looking the same from one shot to the next. And the fix for that is one step you do exactly once, then never touch again for the rest of the build. So the first thing I'm building is the character, and the whole process from here happens inside Higgsfield. The link's in the description if you want to follow along. The reason everything runs through Higgsfield is that it's the one place that has both the image tool and the video tool this needs in a single spot. So I'm not jumping between 5 different sites to get one animation done. Inside it, I pick Nano Banana 2, which is the image model. It's Google's newest image model. It generates in just a few seconds, and it's really good at keeping a character looking the same every time, which is the hard part when you need the same face across a bunch of frames. I keep the aspect ratio on 9:16, then I upload a normal photo of myself, and then I paste in a prompt that turns that photo into a stick figure, but keeps the stuff that actually makes me me. Just a few seconds later, a real photo of my face comes back as a stick figure that somehow still looks like me, and by the way, I still haven't drawn a single thing. Next, I generate the room. I use a simple prompt for a wide bedroom with a bed, a desk, and a big window. Switch the aspect ratio to 16:9, paste in my prompt, and hit generate. And the room comes out empty on purpose, no character in it, so I've got a fixed backdrop to drop myself into for every single frame. And saving both before I build the scenes is the whole secret to keeping this clean, because every shot from here uses the same character and the same room. That's what keeps my character from turning into a slightly different guy, and keeps the room from changing shape between shots, so the finished loop looks deliberate instead of like a glitchy AI mess. So now there's a stick figure of me and a room to put it in, and I still haven't picked up a pen. But that's still only the setup, so now I need to turn those 2 saved pieces into the full day. And the way I turn it into a full day is almost stupidly simple, but get it wrong and you'll spot the exact second it loops. Because if I just generate 5 separate scenes from scratch, the room comes out a little different in every one. And the second the room shifts, the whole day reads as fake. So instead, every frame I make points back to the frame right before it, plus my saved character, which locks the room in place. That way the only thing I'm allowed to change between frames is the light coming through the window. And just as important is what I don't move, which is the camera. I keep the same angle with the same distance in every single frame. The second the camera starts changing, your brain interprets it as a brand new shot rather than the same room hours later, and the whole day in one place illusion is gone. So I start with frame 1, my stick figure asleep in bed under a soft pink sunrise. And right away it looks like a real early morning, soft and warm, not like a flat drawing. Then I carry that same frame forward and just nudge the day on, sitting up groggy in the same morning light. It's the exact same room and light. I've only moved my stick figure into the next pose. Next is midday at the desk, focused on the monitor under bright daylight. Same desk, same walls, same everything. The only thing that moved is the daylight going flat and bright. Then it's evening, standing at the window looking out with the monitor off and the room washed in orange. And again, the only thing I actually touched is the window, but that orange glow on its own sells the whole evening. And the last frame is the clever one, because frame 5 is just frame 1 with the window turned to night and the lamp switched off. So my final frame and my first frame are the exact same shot, only lit completely differently. So the whole day now exists as 5 still pictures, and the last one is secretly the first one. But right now, nothing actually moves, and turning these stills into motion is the step that usually wrecks the whole loop. And getting these 5 stills to actually move is way simpler than it looks, once you know what to hand the AI, because the mistake here is describing the whole motion in one go and just hoping the AI guesses it right, which is exactly how you get a character that drifts halfway through and stops looking like itself. So I head over to the video section and select Seedance 2.0 as the video model. The way it works is you hand it 2 frames, a start and an end, and it fills in all the movement between them. So I'm not hoping it guesses the motion, I'm giving it the exact start and the exact end and letting it connect the two. It's ByteDance's video model. It handles the motion and the sound in one go, and it's built to keep a character consistent, which is why it's the right one for this over a model that just animates a single image. I keep it on 1080p and 16:9, and I set the length for each clip to match the scene. But one thing I always do before pasting any prompt in is run it through a free tool called videoprompt.studio first. It takes my plain description and rewrites it into a structured version that spells out the exact timing and motion, which the model sticks to way more closely than a loose paragraph, and it keeps the whole thing under the 600 character limit Seedance needs. So for the first clip, I drop in the character reference, frame 1 and frame 2, asleep to sitting up, and tell it to jolt awake with that bouncy rubber hose cartoon motion. And it snaps awake with this springy bounce that's way more alive than the still ever was. Then it's the same start and end frame move for the rest. Frame 2 to 3 for the walk over to the desk. And my stick figure stays the exact same guy the whole way over, which is the bit that normally falls apart. Frame 3 to 4 is shoving back from the desk, tired in the evening. And Seedance even adds its own sound on this one, so you actually hear the chair scrape as I shove back. And frame 4 to 5 is the heavy trudge over into bed. That trudge comes out heavy and slow, with that exaggerated cartoon weight on every step, and the final clip barely moves at all, just the light shifting, because its end frame is frame 1 again, which is what closes the loop with no extra editing. There's almost no motion in it, just the light easing from night back toward sunrise, and that's the seam you never notice. The motion across all of them comes out genuinely bouncy, with real squash and stretch, and it moves way better than I expected from 5 still pictures. Now finally, it's time for step 5, where we assemble everything together in CapCut. I bring all 5 clips into CapCut in order, trim the start and end of each one to keep the motion tight, lay a single music track across the whole thing, and the end of the last clip runs straight into the start of the first. And the reason I cut a few frames off the start and end of each clip is that AI video always eases in before it really starts, so it sits there for a second first. Cut those frames off and every scene stays fast-paced and none of the cuts feel like a pause. So the stick figure I built from one photo is now a full cartoon of my entire day, looping forever with no start and no end, and I never drew a single frame of it. And by the way, this exact same build works for any animation you can think of, a fight scene, a product ad, anything. Plus you can start completely free. Higgsfield gives you free credits every day to build your first loop. So sign up to Higgsfield with my link in the description and turn your own photo into a looping cartoon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.